Welcome back, Tenno, to another episode of Warframe, a solo journey. In the last episode we had a small but much needed uproar in our productivity towards acquiring more power, and we found ourselves trapped on Mars. We also went over our immediate plans involving Grineer, so by now we have him crafted, and he's in full use. Bolt will still be useful to us for speeding through some mission types, don't you worry. Today's focus will mostly look towards planting some of the longer lasting seeds that will repay in the future. We are finally starting our clan and crafting the key. The clan key requires small amounts of resources to build, and it will take exactly 12 hours until we can set foot in our beautiful clan. You might be wondering, but why is a clan such a priority? Isn't it just some social hub? And you would be right if this was any other game other than Warframe, but for some reason Warframe has made their clan system into more of a specialized gear market. In your clan you can build research labs, where you will need to research new blueprints. These can include, but aren't limited to, weapons, warframes and various gear. So that's mostly why we are rushing over there and making sure we can start the building process as soon as possible. Now for most other people, it's recommended to join an already built and researched clan, as then you can just simply replicate the blueprints and build them. But we are solo, which means we'll be building a new clan ourselves. The main problem that this will pose is that most of the clan rooms require forma. This is a special resource only gained from opening relics for a chance of its blueprints, or buying it pre-built from the market. For now, relics look like the fitting way. The other main problem will be resources, but that's a bit out of reach to be fixed easily right now, and we definitely don't need anything immediately from the clan research. With clan out of the way, we can focus more on general progression for the episode. To further travel through the solar system now, we need to make our way through Deimos. This is an infested moon of Mars, with a particularly large story impact. For now, we can do the Heart of Deimos quest here, which introduces us to yet another faction like the Ostrons and the Voxolaris. This time, we're helping out a family that's gotten infested and are now fighting their anger out on each other, with the father of the family being entirely outcast. Oh, and the sun is somewhere underground as well. I'm already getting some lovely, welcoming vibes. But in the end they do pull together for the greater good, and we get to help out as well. This unlocks yet another set of bounties to grind, but for now we can skip this. It's a good source of endo for now, if you need that and want to grind out a few bounties. With that out of the way, we can make our way to Jupiter, which gives us the first and only cinematic entrance. It introduces us to Alad V, who tears Warframes apart for sport. He'll be in for a nice surprise once we meet him. Deimos also gives out Orkin cells, which are needed in a lot of blueprints, so make sure to grab every single one of them. Speaking of Orkin cells, one of the first big expenses including it are the previously mentioned forma, which also needs one of the following to build it: neurodes, neural sensors and morphics. Morphics are a lot more common than it seems, and neurodes come mostly from Earth and Deimos. Neural sensors, however, are limited to Jupiter for now, so I ran some survival missions with Gomei. She seems like a rather good frame to do low effort missions like this, as I can plant down a wall of needles and just wait for the enemies to walk into them and die. Another good way to usually get planet-specific resources will be killing the boss of the planet. In Jupiter's case, Alad V. Each time we kill him, we are guaranteed one neural sensor. From Jupiter, the road once again splits and we can go either for Saturn or Europa, but this time we are making a slight stop at Europa, as it hides the Nova Warframe, which I really want. This junction also requires starting building a Forma, so that's perfect. To start building a Forma, we'll need to open up some relics. To get some relics, we'll need to complete some missions. Almost every mission type drops some sort of relics. Most commonly at our stage, we can do defense or spy missions for them. Every relic when opened gives out a random reward from the list it has. This is different for each relic, and there are a lot of different relics, but the chances for them are the same. 2% for a golden item, 11% for either of the silver ones, and then 25.3% for each of the bronze. This chance can be manipulated via using a resource known as void traces on the relic themselves in the void relic interface, but these only come from opening relics in void fissure missions, so for a lot of the time we won't be using it anyways. Our much needed Forma is usually on the bronze tier, or sometimes silver tier, and sometimes we even get 2 at a time. Also worth mentioning that the relic rewards are in an ever-changing state. Not in the sense that this LIF K12 will get the new rewards in the future, but there are only so many relics you can get. As new Prime Warframes enter the game, older ones get removed from being able to be farmed. This is the EA's way of making content more valuable, as once crafted you can't resell that Warframe anymore on the player-run market. From time to time those vaulted Warframes, as they are known, come back to the game via the Prime Resurgence, which gives you the ability to buy the frames and their weapons straight up, or use a resource to buy relics, but that's for future. Europa also has another requirement, to finish a nightmare mission. These are unlocked once you complete every flashing blue node on a planet. I picked to clear Earth for that. Venus unfortunately can't be cleared for a while for newcomers, as it has one hidden mission that only unlocks when you reach the later parts of the main story. Mercury would also be a decent pick for this task though. Nightmare missions are essentially an harder version of the same mission, as we get slapped on a modifier. Usually this is something negative to our power, either our shields are completely removed, or enemies explode once killed. Most of the times though it's not consequential enough to be worth mentioning, but always check first. It also has some pretty cool rewards. Hammer shot over here is worth like 100 platinum. Back on Mars we also unlocked a new quest we could do as well, called the Arkwing. This is a quest about finding an ancient machinery that allowed Tenos to fight out in the open space, which will be very handful to have. Not only is it some more mastery rank gained, but it can also be used in the open world missions to get around quicker. Definitely recommend completing this quest, and it's also required to progress on to Saturn. With that out of the way and flight acquired, we are ready to set our foot into the future that is to come. With Rhino, Kome and Walt, we have a well-rounded kit to take on the upcoming scary monsters and nice sprites, with more on the way. For now, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on the solo journey, and like the video. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.